Hi, my name is Lela. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You can find me at lelamonkey.com, and I'd love to have you like and follow this video. Please leave a comment as we go along. I do give free PDFs. This is my 12 Weeks to a Wow Christmas series. I do give free PDFs if you subscribe to my emails, and I'm going to take you step by step through how to make a candle card today. So let me show you. You're going to need to see the link below to where I have some still photographs so you can kind of see these in action. But I'm going to be making 2 candle cards today. They're using a little tea light candle, and following along with my 12 Weeks of Christmas series, I've got we're in week 5. That means we have 7 to go. And we're doing a rotation, a card, a bag, a box, and something fun. So now we're on the card. This is a wow card. It's 12 Weeks to a Wow Christmas. And I'm doing 2 designs every time. I'm giving you a design with the Merry and Bright suite, and I'm giving you a design with the St. Nick traditional suite. And so here's the inside of the card with the Merry and Bright. And again, you're not going to get a great view of this, but basically the candle goes inside of there. Like, I guess it stands upright and the candle goes inside of there. So you really see it at night shining through the vellum. And then on this guy, simpler front. And then on the inside, we'll actually do 2 fireplaces, and you really see the embers kind of glowing in the background. And so I'm going to take you through all the bones to make the card itself. And then I'm also going to take you guys through how to assemble the fireplace and how to put these bits together. One reason is because if you have the fireplace, you may want to know how to put it together. And the other is I do have a kit that goes along with this 12-week series. And for those of you that have subscribed and gotten the kit, signed up and gotten the kit, you can assemble actually all these elements. You got all these die cuts, and you got one of these cards to make depending on which theme you signed up for. So this is just a super fun card, and we're gonna get to the making of it. So let me describe all the elements to you. There are a lot of elements. If you got the kit, by the way, you would cut the designer series paper, but all the other die cuts that I'm using today are eligible for you. These are little pieces of vellum. We're going to color them. And I've typically been using the Sending Cheer stamps and dies, although I did deviate today. For the dies, we're using the Merry and Bright and the St. Nicholas. So we'll see which stamps I end up using as we go through it. But let me tell you, there are a lot of pieces. Again, if you got the kit, you're going to get all of the cardstock pieces and the die cuts, and then you would just cut the designer series paper. So let's talk through, oh my goodness, I wrote them all out. Let's talk through the sizes. Oh my gosh, I just wrote them all out. Oh goodness. Okay, well, while I'm looking for it, I'll describe it to you. There's a card base, and this guy is just your 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. On the front, so you're going to get that cardstock. On the front, you take a piece of designer series paper. I'm not sure yet what side we're going to use, but that's going to be 4 by 5 1/4. And then on the inside, you're going to have 2 pieces at 4 by 5 1/4. I've done, to go along with the product, I've done crushed curry and melon mambo, you can see here. And then I've got this piece here. It's basic white thick. Thank God I have these memorized. He's 4 inches by 5 1/2. You're going to score it at 2 inches because he's going to go right exactly in the middle. Then you're going to have a couple liners. I did Granny Apple Green, so I took it into 1 3/4 by 5 1/4, and then 1 1/2 by 5 with my little light bulbs. And then what else do I have? Oh yeah, these guys. So this designer series paper is 2 3/4 by 5. Again, I do have it written out, and if I find it, I'll show it to you. If not, you can go to LelaMikey.com, and every week I send out the link. Oh, it's right here. Is it? No. Okay. Every week I send out a link to the video where I'm making it all, and the free PDF where I have a lot of photos and a lot of step-by-step descriptions. But those are all the pieces. And then I've got a couple other little pieces. This is an important one to know about. This is 1 inch wide, and then it's 2 + 2. It's 5 inches long. You score it 1/2 inch, 2.5, 4.5. And we'll see that in action in a minute. And then some tags and some things to decorate and embellish. So we'll put those off to the side. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to glue all these pieces together. I'm going to start on the inside because I'm really not sure yet which side I want to use on the front. So let's go ahead. You know what? I know this glue is dead. I'm going to put them off to the side. I had a glue that I left open and I let it dry, and now I think what I'm going to do, I've seen someone like cut like straight into the glue bottle and then use like a Q-tip or something to get the glue out. And I could also put it, I've got another little like glue dispenser that's got a very, very, very tiny tip, so I might put it in one of those glue dispensers, but regardless, we're just not going to use it for right now. So that's my crushed curry and melon mambo. Oh my gosh, isn't it so pretty together? I mean, bright and happy, right? I just love it together. Love it, love it, love it. So that's that guy. And then you're not really going to see the inside of this anyway, so I just took it to 2 3/4 wide just to make sure it got covered, and then it's going to be 5 long so that it looks like a layer. And I like this combination. On the front I'm going to play with a different design, but I like this combination on the inside, and so I thought, why mess with success? So we'll stick with that. So in this series we're doing a card, a bag, a box, and something fun. So the very first card that we did, week 1, we did a tricky card, and that had, you know, it opened out. That would be a super fun one. You could make a little pocket on it and make a little gift card of it. This one is really, I received this card last year, not this exact one, but I received a version of this card last year. And I thought to put the candle in it, and I loved it. And so I thought, you know what, I'm saving that for next year. Okay, so now I've got my panel that's going to go in the middle. Again, he's 4 inches, scored at 2 inches, and then he's 5.5 to go the whole length of the card. And then I've got this guy. I told you he's 1 inch wide. I want, of course, 2 inches, 2 inches, and then a couple 1/2 inch tabs. So I'm going to put this guy off to the side so I don't get my glue everywhere. I'm going to put my glue on the inside of this tab and the inside of this tab. I am grateful to say that I have shipped all of the kits that have been ordered so far. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm putting the tab on the outside back, flush with the bottom, like that, so that the fold can fold, you know. And then I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm putting the tab on the back, flush at the bottom, so that the fold can fold. And then, of course, glue is glue, so it's going to pop unless I give it a second to hold. This whole back is going to be covered up, so if you happen to get some glue outside the lines, it doesn't matter. And the card's going to, like, you want it to behave that way anyway, but I can do as I like to do, which I really like to give good burnishes so that there's a lot of movement. But, okay, I've got that good and secured. So now I'm going to go ahead and put it on the inside. So, I forgot if I was in the middle of a story or not. I don't think I was, but I've shipped all the kits that have been ordered so far, and I didn't exactly know how many orders I was going to get, so I still have some designer series paper available to do a couple more kits. Well, I mean, I have everything available to do a couple more kits, and then after that, as the kit orders come in, they'll just be to order, and then I'll have to order from Stampin' Up. So if you wanted either one of these versions, I have them, and I have to tell you, I'm so proud of this. This is one of my very favorite kits I've ever made, and one that I'm the most proud of. And at the end of it all, one will have some wow cards to give, and then a ton of different sizes to give different gifts available. And you know what? Like, I think I already told you, but I got this ring that says I am enough, and I really, really love it. I got another one as a present for someone, and I just finished the box that I'm going to give it in, and it's super fun. That is this round, so it'll be in 2 weeks. So we're doing a card today, and then we're doing a card, a bag, a box, and something fun. So then it'll be the box in 2 weeks. All right, now I'm going to get my Granny Apple Green on the inside. And then I'm going to put the designer series of paper on the inside. So you guys, it's a couple more days of October, and then we're getting into November. So the holidays are coming. I just bought some. You know what? I love Mary Engelbright, so I'm on her list. And I just got some fun. They had a sale the other day, so I ordered some shirts, and honestly, like all, just all occasion. But I also ordered a couple of Christmas shirts, and I bought some of her leggings. We'll see how that goes. So I'll have some fun Christmas stuff to wear, and we've got plans to decorate the house. I haven't really, for the last couple years, haven't really decorated, and I could have for myself, I just didn't. But we've got plans to decorate and have guests. Okay, so you guys, I've been just gluing as we've gone along, but you can see that I adhered the 2 tabs. I got that good and centered. You know what? I feel like it's a little bit longer. I wasn't exactly, might be like 1/8 of an inch off. Again, I'm just not going to worry about that, but you could. If for some reason one you get isn't exactly to size, just trim it. But it's just not going to bother me. It's going to fit in the envelope either way. And now I've put my Granny Apple Green, and now I'm just going to put my final 2 pieces of designer series paper, making sure they're facing the right way. Now, if you do have the kit, what I want to tell you is there's 2 different kinds of light bulbs. There's these, which are like a little more modern day, where they've got the pointy tip. And then they also come with like the rounded light bulb. The dies and the stamps and the paper come with the rounded light bulb. I didn't give you any dies with the rounded light bulb. I only gave you dies with the pointy. So in order to match, I'm using the pointy designer series paper, and then you've got the pointy dies. But if you're at home, quite honestly, you could use the rounded designer series paper, the rounded dies. If you don't even have this paper, you could use truly. I mean, I'm going to show you a sample that was done last year with, I forgot, it was like the boughs of holly or something. So actually I received this card last year. I have a Secret Santa swap that Carrie and I host in our little stamping community, and last year I was the recipient of a card that was made like this. I told you that, and I loved it. So completely different product. So I'll show you how you can do this card a few different ways. So now I've taken my designer series paper, and I've adhered it on the inside there. So that's good. We're just moving right along. These guys are 2 inches. So I want it to cover the whole width. And then it was 3/4 of an inch. So in this case, I'm going 3/4 of an inch. On the next card, and you'll see why, I actually cover the whole thing with 1 inch. So I don't know, it's just designer's preference. But here, I'm going to go ahead and put this guy here. So he's going to be, of course, the whole width, but not the whole, well, you know what, use whatever word you want. It's going to be the whole length, but not the whole width, I guess. So we'll do that, and we'll get it centered. And then we'll come over here and do the same. On the next one, we're doing a fireplace. And so for the fireplace, I felt like I didn't want any of that white exposed, so I didn't. So now, it's a little tricky to burnish it, but we can do it. I'm gonna get it good and burnished so that it's not showing as peeking up. And I showed you my trick before how to deal with that. If, well, first I'm gonna burnish really well. If you have a corner peeking up, then just put a little mini glue dot in that corner and then it won't peek up anymore. But hopefully this will be good and burnished. It's always like a trick getting it just right where your glue isn't seeping out, but it's also adhering the whole thing. But anyway, look how cute. Okay, so that's that. And then now we have, I know you can't really see them. Oh, maybe you can. 2 vellum lights. We've got 2 sockets, and we've got 2 I don't know what these are called. I've been calling them insides, but there must be a name. I just didn't look it up. So the first thing I want to do is, you'll notice that I colored the lights. So that's vellum, but I colored them in Melon Mambo. So we're going to do that. And I don't know if I used the light or the dark. I'm going to do the dark. Well, is that true? Let's start with the light on one of them. And I'm just going to arbitrarily pick what I'm going to call the back. And I'm going to use the tip end. I'm just going to brush it on its side. I don't want to ruin the tip, so I'm brushing on the side so that I'm not smashing the fibers of the tip. Covering the whole thing. Using my thumb, so of course my thumbprint is now taking some of that color off. It doesn't matter as much at the base because the base is going to be covered. So let's go ahead and do that for both of these. You know, let's stick with the light. I don't know if I use the light or dark. I should maybe take better notes. I just kind of grab and do what feels right at the time. It's kind of what the creative process is, but there we go. All right, I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. I'm gonna let that dry. So we'll put these over here to dry. And then, and it's vellum, so it's gonna take a minute. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting some of the other elements ready. This is tailored tag, and if you got the kit, you would get some tailored tags and you would get some stitch circles. If not, you could make your own tags at home. And I really liked this from a completely different stamp set, but I thought these, I've been sticking with these and I've been wanting to stick with these, but I thought these were a little small for this exact purpose. So I ended up with a completely different stamp set, and I'm going to use it here. I know that if you're in the comfort of your own home, you must have different Christmas sets that you have. If not, you could get Christmas classics. If not, you could absolutely, you know, the card I got last year had 2 like smaller circles in it, so you could mix it up, use different tags. This is where you can kind of take a moment and kind of bring your own personality and your own voice into it. Use the supplies that you have. You do not have to have exactly everything that I'm using here. I just liked kind of the size of this guy. And I tried quite a few, actually. I went through quite a few different stamps to see in different combinations. The other combination I would have gone with is like the smaller stitch circle and then just a little sentiment in the smaller stitch circle. And I'll show you that sample at the end. That's what we had. But I'm just going to put Deck the Halls right there. And Perfect with Melon Mambo. I mean, we are kind of decking the halls, right? Because it's, because we're decorating with lights, Christmas lights. So then with a tailored tag, you can get, a reinforcer, and I still have the wrong size reinforcers. There's one that fits the shape exactly, but I don't care, I like it. So there's that guy, perfect. I'm gonna let it dry. Sometimes if I wanna move it around, and I wanna make sure I'm not getting my fingers gluey, I might just take your pick tool or whatever and move it around a little bit. So we'll let that dry. I'm gonna kind of lift up some of the glue. So I'm gonna put that to the side, let that guy dry. What else do we have? Okay. Oh, you know what? We have Merry and Bright. We'll go ahead and stamp that and show that to you. And then we've got the front, and I'll show that to you. So for Merry and Bright, we've got some this basic white paper scrap, and you could do either. If you've got sending cheer and that's what you wanted to stick with, you could just cut out sending cheer. Let's do that. You know what? Let's do that. I'm gonna do that. What I did do, and I'll just tell you, was I had the stamps that came with the designer series paper and dies because I loved it so much. So I just did, you know, Merry and Bright because I thought that was kind of fun. I stamped it in Melon Mambo, Melon Bambo, and snipped it. But you know what? We're gonna stick with what we've got here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do Sending Cheer. I'm gonna stamp it on a piece of scrap basic white, and I'm gonna cut it with my snips, and we're just gonna have a small Sending Cheer. So, and I'm just cutting it, I'm eyeballing it with a straight line, eyeballing it with a straight line, eyeball, and let's see, that's pretty good. Okay, perfect. So we'll put that to the side. And then we're gonna decorate the front. Again, kind of making it up. Like, let's not use these. They're super cute, right? So that was Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, matching with all these colors here. That's Crushed Curry. In the kit, you got these gems and these ribbons. We'll use those. And then there's that Happy Christmas. So that's one version, and there's the inside of the lights, and then the shaded spruce to do the kind of the threading. But let's just stick with our Sending Cheer, which we've been using. So let's see, we could do Fa La La on the front, and we could do a big circle. So do we like that? Or do we want to do the dots? I think I want to do the dots and the big circle. And I think I'll do the stocking stamp, which I haven't really shown. And I think I'll do this, which I haven't really shown. Let's see. No, you know what? Let's do gingerbread. We're going to do gingerbread. Cute. Oh my gosh, cute. Oh my gosh, cute. Okay, we're going to do gingerbread. Perfect. All right, let's get to the assembling now. I wanted to stick with Sending Cheer because that's what I've been doing all along. And really, I care a lot about, you know, people being able to follow along exactly if they want to, people being able to make it their own if they want to. And since I've been using Sending Cheer all along, I wanted to be consistent so you don't have to have every stamp set under the sun. You can if you want, super duper fun, and I've showed you that example, but you don't have to. So now we've got our bright colors. Oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun with this paper. It's really fun to make 12 projects with the same designer series paper pack. It's really, I'm having a lot of fun. Okay, so that's Super Simple Simon, the designer series paper, doing all the work. And now we're gonna stamp Gingy, and we're gonna stamp him in Pecan Pie because that works really well. So I've got Gingy, and I probably want to use my Stampin' Pierce mat. So I'll get this here so I can use my stamping pierce mat. And I'll go ahead and get my little gingerbread right smack dab in the middle. We'll give Gingy a little face. And for now, we'll kind of call that good for the front, and we'll get back to the inside. Hope that I'm kind of centered because I'm pretty far away. Oh my gosh! I love this gingerbread. All right, so let's put that right there. Put them on some dimensionals. Okay, this has now become my dimensional storage. Like, I keep trying all these different systems, but I go through a lot of sheets. And so I'm trying out that storage for now. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm getting it loaded up. And get it on the front of the card. So we don't really do much for Halloween around here. So we're just going to start decorating this weekend for, I'm going to do some autumn. All right, I'm going to put that guy right in the middle. And I think I'm going to actually put a bow in her hair, a red bow. Well, no, I won't deviate. I won't deviate. I will. Oh, yes, I will. I've got one right here. So I think we're going to decorate for autumn and start to get Christmas down. And a while ago, we got some much needed carpets. Okay, I have this bow already made, but I'm going to snip it off. And we got a coupon because Bob's really a great shopper, and so I can go use that coupon and maybe get a little dresser or something for a little corner of the bedroom, so that'll be good. So I'm not finding my mini glue dots, but I would put that right there, and for now we're just going to call that good. Let's get back to the inside of the card. So super cute, that's the front, and let's get back to the inside. This stuff is probably dried by now. So I've got all my pieces. I'm very simply just going to put this on the right. And I don't think I did any kind of embellishment, any kind of, what's the word I want to say? I don't think I did dimensionals there. So I've just got that on the right, and I'm going to put sending cheer on the left. And I think that's perfectly, it's just a happy little note. I might bump him up on a dimensional though. Just a happy little note over there. And that's as simple as it needs to be. If you want, you can put space for signing. You can sign the back, you can sign the bottom, but this is really gonna like sit out with the candle in it. So now let's get the rest of this all built out. All right. Those mini glue dots are going to be critical. So where did I put them? I taught a class the other day and I brought them in the other room, but okay, good. Paper pumpkin dots to the rescue. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a dot right here, a dot right here. And this is for me to put the, oh, and actually, okay, it matters. This is the colored side, and this is the other side. So on the colored side, because I really don't want people touching that, etc. On the colored side, I'm actually going to put a few mini glue dots, and I'm going to put the inside of the light. So there's a word for that. I don't know what it's called. So we'll put the inside of the light. And I'm going to have the tines or whatever go down enough that you can't really see them. So that's like that. And I picked the one with the heart shape because it was super cute. And now I've turned it over. Cute. And then I'm going to put a couple more on the front. and that's when I'll adhere the socket. So that's that. So what are you guys doing? I know you're not going to be able to answer, but what are you guys doing? You can share in the comments below. What's going on for your holidays? Are you going to do anything this year? Are you starting to get ready? All right, look. Oh my gosh. Okay, look how cute. So that's it, and we're just going to put it right there. I'm not going to do any kind of embellishment or anything. I am going to give it a nice glue adhesion. I'm going to just give a nice glue, and I'm going to adhere it, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'm kind of doing it so that the light is just lined up right at the top, and I'm going to let it sit right there while I get the other one done. I had this idea, and then the next one is a fireplace. I've had this idea. I mean, when did I see the catalog? Well, I knew I wanted to do this card because I got it as a gift last year. And then I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but then I picked the Merry and Bright that I was going to work with and the Saint Nick. And then it just came to me one day. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to put light bulbs so that, because you're putting a candle behind it, right? So you want to stay true to the theme. All right, I'm doing the same thing over here. Getting a good lot of glue, mini glue dots, so I can get that. And this is the colored side. Good lot of glue dots so I can kind of get those tines. So that's good. Now I'm going to come over onto this side, put the socket. So I thought it was super fun to be able to like have a theme with it, but I wonder what other ideas there are. What other, like it looks so pretty with what last year it was like pine cones and holly and berries, and honestly the flickering light, that was my decoration in here. I didn't do much decoration, but that was my decoration in here. I got that card from my Secret Santa in a swap last year. It was Janice, and I think originally Doris might have come up with the design, and anyway, we all do all of it, but super cute. So now I'm gonna put some glue here and put some glue here, and I'm gonna get that just right flush like that, and I'm gonna let it sit. And I see that my vellum on the one side is kind of curling, so I'm gonna wait for it to dry. Well, let's see, is it dry? And then I'm gonna try to, I don't want to bend it, but I kind of want to curl it the other way. I could even maybe put a mini glue dot. Let's try it. Let's see if we'll see it. Mini glue dots are very forgiving with vellum. Let's see if I can find a smaller one, or no, you know what? I'm just going to cut this like into a tiny third and a tiny third. Truly, I just want a tiny little one, but I'm going to try to put it right here so that maybe it'll stay upright. So let's see how that goes. Mini glue dots do really well behind vellum, so let's see how it works. And we also do want it clear because there's going to be light showing through it, right? So we just want it to be good. Oh, well, now I got the little piece of paper stuck. All right, well, so I did it at the base of the heart. Probably need to go up a little more too. And I think there's different thicknesses of vellum, but this is a pretty thin vellum. I'm probably going to come back in, you guys, and do another glue dot right there. I can't see it through it, so that's nice. So I'm probably going to come in and do some little mini glue dots like I just did But I think that we're done. Now that I have my mini glue dots, I can put her little bow on the front. She's a her, so she's gonna get a little hair bow. And super cute, you guys. That's our card. Might put a little sentiment on the front. I'll fix my little heart kind of tines. And then if you got the kit, and depending if it was possible, if I had to priority mail some stuff, then you can't send these in priority because they're through the, you know, they fly. You can't send lithium batteries. But if I could ship it ground, I also included a little candle for you. So that's that guy. That's gonna be that fun card. And I will get I will have pictures that you can link to down below, and pictures in the video. So that was, pictures in the PDF. So that was card 1, super cute. And I am gonna make card 2. Of course, it's the same steps, but the fireplace is a little bit different to put together. So I'm gonna make card 2. It might go a little bit faster. And it's with the traditional Santa. So on this guy, I didn't do a whole lot decorating the front. I did a belly band and some designer series paper. I used a little different ribbon. And then we decorated the fireplace inside there. So it's all the same. And then I used kind of tidings of comfort and joy in Pebble Path. I didn't have anything over there. We're gonna do 2 fireplaces. So let's get started on card number 2. Same thing, you start with your card base, 5.5 by 8.5, score at 4 1/4. You've got your 4" by 5.5" score at the 2" mark. You've got your inside liners, 1/4" in. You've got your front, 4 by 5 1/4. And you've got your designer series paper liners for the inside, 1/4" in. Got your belly band, 10.5 by 1.5, scored at 4 inches. And for now, that's enough ingredients. So let's just very quickly get to the assembling of all of this. This is Cherry Cobbler, cardstock, Mossy Meadow. This is the Traditions of St. Nick designer series paper. And there's kind of a Baroque side everywhere, and then there's a pattern side. And so for this case, we're taking advantage of the fireplace with the fireplace and looking at the St. Nick side of things. So Cherry Cobbler, Mossy Meadow, basic white, pebbled path. So we'll go ahead and get these guys done. We haven't been up to Apple Hill yet. Apple Hill is a place, well, up in the hills, of course. It's a large town, large area of land where there's a lot of orchards and apple orchards, of course. I think there's a little bit of winery stuff going on up there too, but it's really a tradition in this Sacramento region to go to Apple Hill at least once during the autumn, and you can get, oh my gosh, apple pie and apple, like taffy apples and apple fritters and apple donuts and apple everything. So we haven't been there yet, and every time I say to Bob, hey, let's go, it's a weekend. And every time I say, hey, let's go, he says, let's go on a weekday. So I think now that I've got the bulk of the kits shipped and designed, which really, I lost a month because I had COVID. But now that I've got the bulk of that design, of course, there's always new fun things I'm working on. Always. I just designed a new mini scrapbook I'm super excited about. But I think I will plan a weekday where I say to him, let's go. So that's super fun. And then I guess what else? He's looking at Hawaii, so he's working on that. So gotta get some fun in there too, right? Although honestly, this is fun. I love this. Love, love, love what I do. Okay, just getting this guy. So same thing, you just get the tab attached to the back. Doesn't matter if there's a little bit of extra glue because we're going to adhere it to the inside. We do want to get our designer series paper in first. You're going to cut, if you've got the kit, you're going to cut the designer series paper, but the PDF has all the measurements, and pretty soon I should get to talking about the whole kit because there's some... Like, let's say you have 1 pack of designer series paper. You can get through all 12 projects with 1 pack of designer series paper. But some of the upcoming projects need like 1 whole sheet or even 2 whole sheets of the same pattern. Like the one we're doing next week, we're doing large bag next week. That needs 2 sheets of the exact same pattern. I think, well, I have one example with this. It's really pretty, but I'm not sure which one I'm going to do next time. So there's one that needs 2 sheets. And then there's one that needs like 1.5 sheets. There's one that needs a 6x6. And then the rest I think are just small enough sizes like we're doing here that you could fit in anywhere. So, so do keep that in mind. And I probably, now that I've got the kit and all the projects all designed, I probably should maybe do an overview video so that you can see how can you do all of these projects with 1 pack of designer series paper, 1 roll of ribbon, and 1 pack of gems. All right. Now for the fireplace. I gotta bring all those ingredients over here. The first thing I'm gonna do is I've got a 2" by 1" pecan pie. And that's because those are the colors we made the fireplace in, pecan pie and crumb cake. You'll see that in a minute. But I wanted the whole pecan pie, like I didn't want any white showing here. So I guess I could have done, that in pecan pie. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's a silly willy. That's okay. That's really silly. You should have just done that in pecan pie. Mental note for the future. All right, so that's good. And let me make sure those are glued and burnished and staying down. There's a, we just came out with an advent calendar, and super fun as an advent calendar, but as we were playing in the Let's Get Together event the other day, we decided, oh my gosh, it would be great for a mini book. So I've started to make a mini book out of that advent calendar, and I really can't wait to show it to you. All right, so now we've got that. Now let me get, I'm just gonna be 1 second, let me get the ingredients for the fireplace. And I think I'm gonna put them on here. So there's a lot of little pieces. So let's do this one first. All right, this is how the fireplace is going to go together. You have a background, you have a mantle, you've got a bottom. I don't really know the names, but is that the hearth? I don't know. You've got a little inside. You've got snow, so we can put, you can either put snow across the top and or stockings, or you could just put stockings. We're gonna put stockings, actually. Not gonna put the snow. And then we've got, the fire itself has 2 pieces. It has like a larger flame and then a smaller flame. and then you've got the 2 logs. That's how it's going to go together. So I guess kind of keep that in mind. Like that right there is how it's going to go together. So let's start to the building of it. And I think I'm going to build it here first and then glue it on the other piece. So let's get started. Let's put this guy here. And okay, we're in October, so I'll share one thing with you that's relevant. If you're still watching this in October, there's just a few more days. If you want to join, you can join Stampin' Up. And I'm telling you, like when I joined years ago, I got a whole set of ink pads free. Like today's dollars, that's a value of like $81. Like today's dollars, that's the value. $81 free. Plus, you know, the starter kit for whatever the price was. And that was that bonus gift. And then when you pay for the starter kit, you get more than just the value anyway. So today's deal is even better than that. You can join for $99, get 120 free, and then on top of that, you get 35%. So I forgot what it was. It was like 167 or something. So, I mean, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, great deal. So, all right. Excuse me, I'm coughing. So if you wanted to join, and why would you join? If you join, you get a discount, an ongoing discount after that. And then really for me, like, I was just talking to somebody about this yesterday. Like, I know that Stampin' Up! matches. So there's not confusion of having a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like, I know that Stampin' Up! All matches. I know there's an awesome community. I love our team and our group of stampers. And so we have a team meeting once a month. I'm going to use my thing to hold it down. Bob's already made Christmas presents for all the team members. And I love our little community. We just get together and we're creative and it's just a lot of fun. And I love our products. So I'm slowly building, like, let me pull it up. I don't know if you can see that far down. So let me pull it up. What have I done so far? What I've done so far is I put this piece on first and I just did a little strip along the bottom. I put this piece on second and I put a little strip along the top. I put the little square in next and I just kind of glued that. There's a single log and then kind of crisscross logs, so I've placed those. Now there's the pumpkin pie flame. And then I'm very lightly gonna put the other crushed curry flame. So I'll go ahead and put that right there and it kind of fits just right inside. And then I'll put the stockings. I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on each end. Place the stockings nicely across the mantle. They fit perfectly. And there you go. That is our fireplace. And then, how did I place it? Let's look at this guy. Yeah, I did it all the way down. Now let's look at it a little bit higher up. Maybe we could think about doing it a little bit higher up, but I don't think so. I think it's something that looks like it's, well, you know, I could put it in the middle. Let's do that. I'm gonna split the difference. I'm gonna put it halfway up, and that way you're gonna be more inclined to see the candle burning behind it. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I'm making sure to place it so that when I close it, like that's not gonna get stuck up there. So I'm going to put it right there. I'm so excited I'm doing 2 fireplaces on this one. I didn't do 2 on the other. Now I notice, and I'm sure you can see it too, I've got some little glue showing here. I could come in right now and kind of clean it off, and I do it sometimes with my take your pick tool. Sometimes I do that. I could come in with my baby wipes, or I could let it dry and it dries clear. But I'll just get some of that off right now. Of course, now it's all over my finger. I know that. I gotta clean it up a little bit. It's all over the tip. Gotta clean that up a little bit. But that's a, and this would be your take your pick tool. I just grabbed the older version of our take your pick tool just because I have so many of them, but I like the take your pick tool better. I just have them all everywhere. So now I'm cleaning up my finger with a baby wipe. I'm cleaning up my tool. You could use this chamois as well. And that takes care of that. So that is that. And I want to make sure it's going to close okay without getting, because there's still time to move it if I need to. I want to make sure it's going to close okay without getting stuck. And maybe I would have had it to the right a little bit more, but it's fine. It's fine. You just want to close it carefully when you're sending it. I probably would have put it a little more to the right. So if you do that, just make note of that. You're not really going to be able to see it, but let's see if I can turn this light off here and put this here. Can we start to see? You can start to see a little bit of the shadow and the ember and the whatnot. So awesome. Yeah, it's really pretty. Okay, all right. Let's do the other side. And get that assembled. Now, one thing you'll notice about the fireplace is they're opposite colors on opposite sides because when we die cut, my helper and I, when we die cut, it just made it more efficient, and then it's kind of fun to have a mix of different colors. So this will go a little bit quicker. We will, I don't know if there's an up or a down for this part, but I'll go ahead and put that there. In your kit, if you got it, or in the dies, if you get the dies, this is crumb cake and pumpkin pie. There's some extra bricks. I haven't really known what to do with those. I actually don't think I'm going to use them here either. But you've got some extra bricks if you want to use them. So now I'm going to put this across the top up here. And even if you got the Marion Bright kit, you still got the fireplace. And if you got the St. Nick kit, you still got the votive kit. I mean the light bulbs, because I just put them all in the little die cut section. So now I'm putting the little log first, and then the little cross log, and then the little yellow. Again, I'm going a little bit quicker, so I probably would have gone lighter on the glue, but I also know I'm going to use a lot of this and you're not going to see a lot of it. So there's the flame. And then a little bit of pumpkin pie flame right here. So let's see, it goes like this. I just love that our stuff goes together. Okay, so let me bring it up here. Again, I'll take a minute and kind of get some of that extra glue out of there. I would have gone a lot slower, but you've got your mantle, you've got your like background, you've got your hearth, I guess. You've got your brick, and you've got your like square in the background, you've got 2 logs, and you've got 2 fires. And so then we'll go ahead and place it on the inside here. Gonna place it in the middle. And so at night, you're gonna see the candle light flickering through here. So it's gonna be really awesome. And I'm gonna put this one a little bit over to the left just because I wanna give it a little more breathing room. And I wanna make sure it's about equal height as the other one, which it is. And I'm gonna put my little stockings on. Just a little bit right there, a little bit right there. And then in your kit, like that's it. You get 2 fireplaces, you get 2 vellum candles, but you do get some extra stockings, so that's kind of fun. And see if I can come in, doctor this up a little bit. Let me get some of the glue. That works really well for glue. You want to make sure it doesn't have any ink on it. You want to make sure you're not using this to a surface that has ink on it because the ink will smear because it's wet. But if it's just cardstock and DSP, you can very nicely come in and dab. And then it dries clear anyway, so now if you've got a glue applicator that's a thin tip, that's good too. So, all right, there we go. Now let's see this guy close. And this is brave because I haven't done 2. So we'll see if I should have or not. I'm still moving it towards the center. Got another little bit of glue to clean up. And let's see if that was a good idea to do 2 or not. I mean, it's a good idea, but let's see. Yeah, okay. That'll work. You might want to give this to someone who's going to appreciate it and put it up. It's a lot of work, right? Like Valerie said, this on its own is a gift. So sometimes when I give like interactive cards like this, I might do it in person with the person and explain like there's some tender loving care involved. So this guy kind of got to tuck him back a little bit and fold it like that. But really he's just going to sit upright, and then you're going to stamp your greeting with Pebble Pie. This is a punch that we have. And the greeting that we chose to use for this one is Tidings of Comfort and Joy. This is also from the Christmas Classic stamp set, but I could very well use Sending Cheer or any other stamp set that I have. We'll go ahead and do this. We'll use Pebble Path, which is a really pretty color. Matches really well with kind of the Baroque wallpaper, designer series paper. And then we'll just go ahead and get that on the wall like it's a, I don't know, like it's a little Christmas plaque or something. Okay, that worked out well considering I wasn't on my stamping Pierce mat. I'm just gonna kind of put that on the wall right there. If you get the dies with this Santa kit, there's like little wreaths. There's a lot of little different shapes I haven't even used yet. There's Santas, etc. So we'll let that wall hanging just kind of, oh, see, I smeared it. Okay, well. Okay, be careful. If your hand's all wet from baby wipe, then get it dried off before you go to stamping and doing all that. So I've got another one here. I'll just go ahead and do it after. But that's that guy. And then for the front, I'm going to put designer series paper on the front. And I think I'm going to do the stocking. So let's do that. I'm going to leave that there, but I'll cover it in a little bit. Let's put the stocking designer series paper on the front. And then a quick little belly band with Mossy Meadow. So this has a celebration of so many of the in colors. This has that wild wheat, and it's got copper clay, pebble path. Okay, so how I did the belly band was 10.5 by 1.5. I score it at 4 inches. Sometimes I vary where I score it, but I've scored it, and now I'm coming around over here. I'm going to give it another score with my bone folder, wrap it around. I actually give a little bit of breathing room here. I'm going to go ahead and glue it in the front because I know I'm going to cover it up. I like to glue so that I know it's going to be sealed here and I know it's going to be sealed here. So I go ahead and glue that, hold it. I've got my designer series paper, which is 4 inches by 1.25. I typically do my belly band all the same sizes. Whenever I do them, I'm going to go ahead and put that mossy meadow right there. And then honestly, I fussy cut a Santa. I could just put a fussy cut Santa right there. This is a smaller stitch circle. I could take a smaller stitch circle and put fussy cut Santa. I could take some of the ribbon that comes with it and kind of ties that around. So, so that's the front. Very super simple, Simon. I often do a very simple front when I know that I've got an intricate inside. So that's card 1. Super cute. I'm going to change that wall hanging. This is card 2. And really cute. You could do one or not. You could place the stocking lower or up above. This is card 3. Super cute gingerbread. And then this, I know I had another card, but this is the card I received last year. I got it from Janice. Oh my gosh, I love it. So this was poinsettia, designer series paper, a couple of the stitch circles. You open it up, and then these are decorated really nicely with just little pieces of holly and berries and lots of Wink of Stella and the same kind of layers with all the designer series paper and just 2 circles on each side. And then the same thing. So I got this card. I loved it. They decorated the back, by the way, so you could sign it. But then you could, I had it sitting there, and then one day I had votives and a little tea light, and I popped the little tea light right there, and that was super cute. So you guys, that's it. So I hope that you make it. If you make it, let me know. I'd love to see what you make. If you're interested in the kit, let me know. And you can get the free PDF by going to LelaMonkey.com and subscribing. Please give me a like. Please give me a follow. Please give me a comment. And thank you. Bye-bye.